Hey guys, it's Andy with Rooted Arborist, and I'm with Michael today at Milwaukee Pipeline event to talk about some of the new Milwaukee shears. So, just off the bat, before I let you do your thing, can you tell us what this new iteration is about?
Yeah, so when we look at our Gen 1, this is going to be our next generation hedge trimmer. When we talk to users, they wanted more power and a more aggressive blade set. So in order to meet that, a regulatory standard we had to meet was going to be to put a secondary user presence in the bail bar. So something in order to get that performance that we had to meet with larger blades, this is going to be integrated in our 24-inch and our new 30-inch models as well.
Yeah, so for a recap, Gen 1 we had 3/4 inch distance between our teeth, so definitely smaller teeth, and they're single edge. Talk about the new distances here and some of the things that we're doing in a performance standpoint to overcome some of the maneuverability or handling.
Absolutely, Andy. So like you mentioned, previous generation single-sided blade, 3/4 inch cutter and 3/4 inch gap. We are now upping that significantly. We're going with double-sided dual sharpened blades, 1 inch cutter tooth and 1 1/4 inch blade gap for power to cut 1 1/4 inch branches.
We're talking honeysuckle, burning bush, all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely. Now. And from a motor perspective, this is going to be over 2 times more powerful than our previous generation. Wow. And faster cutting than anything gas or battery in the competition by up to 50%.
I think you said it was just a tick heavier than the old one, even with all of the...
We're keeping, yeah, so that's one great stride we made, is we're keeping very similar weight targets to our previous generation, all while putting a much more aggressive motor and blade set in. So still keeping ergonomics and center of gravity in mind for the user.
So what I'm hearing then is with the new Forge batteries and the more aggressive, sharper teeth, double-sided teeth, we're getting twice the power with virtually no weight gain, so almost negligible. So this is a 24-inch, right?
Yes.
And you have a 30 as well?
Yeah, so we are introducing an incremental 30-inch solution. So for those larger swaths of cutting, less travel distance to move the blade, so 24 and new 30 as well.
Are we seeing a big uptick from the 8.0 Forge to the 12.0 Forge, or is it pretty similar?
So for this, we kept 8.0 high output. We're going to keep Forge high output here as well. For this, you're going to get over an hour of runtime, which is going to be past even what a normal gas tank is using on handheld.
That's awesome. And way less vibration. For those of you that haven't used the battery, it outperforms the gas, especially in this CC range. And the vibration's almost non-existent. No fumes, none of that crap. No winterization. You literally just put the battery in and you freaking start cutting. So if you're starting springtime and you're starting your first round of shrub shearing and you haven't maintenance any of your crap, you don't have to. You just plug in a battery, you pull it right off your top panel saw from a pruning job, stick it in your shear, and you're ready to rock. Let's test this. I want to see you go through it first.
Absolutely.
With the 24. I'll try the 30, and maybe we'll do a gas comparison. See what
you got it. One thing I do want to call out before we go over, each of these units demanded from users is going to be a rotating handle on the tool.
Whoa, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so that's one I want to call out.
For me again.
Yeah, so the rotating handle is going to be 5 incremental locked-in points.
Oh, wow.
You're doing long stretches and keep that handle right in line as you twist the rest of the tool. Massive feature that was asked for when upgrading from Gen 1 to Gen 2.
Twice the power, same weight essentially, way better ergos. So long running, especially with the new anti-vibration gloves they're coming out with, you compare with this, you guys can shear for hours and hours and hours. No residual headaches from the fumes, no wrist fatigue, a lot of power to cut through even the biggest, nastiest stuff. All right guys, so now we're gonna do our gas versus battery test. Michael's convinced that he can beat me. This might be great, but I know what device this is. I know I've had a lot of success with it in the past. So let's see if his claims hold true. Good looking at me. All right, so you're convinced you can clean up my mess?
I believe so, Andy.
Well, you missed a spot.
I love that for you to come back.
Thanks, man. Well, there you have it. That is the battery. Go ahead, you frame it. What are you calling this?
So this is going to be the M18 Fuel 24-inch hedge trimmer, our next generation, and as well our incremental M18 Fuel 30-inch hedge trimmer.
Real quick before I sign you off, show me like some real detailed cutting at a different ergo angle.
Let me take you to the live shrub.
There we go. So what are we pruning here?
So this is going to be a butternut plant here native to Wisconsin. If I twist this rotating handle 90 degrees, I'm doing a long stretch.
No roll in the wrist at all.
No wrist roll, keep it right in line. I can rotate that right back to normal.
Well, Michael, I really appreciate it. We're excited to get these in the field and start demoing them. Matt, if you're watching, this is for you, buddy.